What is going on, everyone? Today I'm going to share with you what I did with the $1,000 binder that I purchased in June 2024. Now the binder that I purchased this from McDonald's. If you remember the story, I purchased it at the local McDonald's, met a guy there. I picked through the binder and I selected 15 cards from the binder. Now the plan with the binder was to basically grade all of those cards. I didn't end up grading every single one of those cards yet anyway, but I'm going to go through, talk about the results I got from that binder and what money I basically made from $1,000 to start with. Stop! Before we go any further into the video, I do want to remind you I am an affiliate with Palms Off Gaming and Cardboard Guardian. You can get 10% off with both of those companies if you use my affiliate links in the bio. Now let's get straight back to the video. So obviously I spent $1,000 on the 15 raw cards. The grading fees associated with those 15 cards ended up being $369.93. We're in it for a total of $1,369.93 for the for the grading and also for buying the cards raw. So I'm going to go through card by card and tell you what we did, and then at the end we're just going to be able to show how I did with the whole submission or the whole binder of cards. So first of all, we have an Umbreon V, which I ended up getting a PSA 8 on, which was really unfortunate. I'd actually submitted two Umbreon Vs together in the submission. One got a 10, which was awesome. The other one got the 8, and that 8 was the one that was from this binder buy. So that card I ended up selling it for $161.54. So I actually lost $116.11, which was about 42%. Next, we have Arceus V-Star from Crown Zenith, GG70. So that card I sold for $200, so I made $82.35, which was about 70%. Next, we have Giratina, also from Crown Zenith, the gold card. I sold that for $350, so I made $167.35, which was a 92% gain. Then we have Dialga V-Star, also from Crown Zenith. You'll notice there's a bit of a trend here. I've got all four Crown Zenith cards, so we are going to get to see Palkia after that. Now the Dialga I sold for $175, so I made $77.35, and that was a 79% gain. And then similarly, I got the Palkia for basically the same prices, so I sold that for $175 and also sold that and made $77.35, which was 79% profit. I then also had purchased a Beedrill Alt-Art, which is from Astral Radiance. That card I sold for $130.65, so I ended up making $46.69, which was a 56% margin. I'd actually submitted two Beedrills in two separate submissions. One was from the binder, another one I'd purchased from Mint Collectibles. Both got 10s. I did plan on keeping the one from Mint. This one that I did sell the other week was a little bit OC top to bottom, so I ended up selling that one. The other one I kept was a bit more mintier in my eyes. I then have a Koraidon from Scarlet and Violet base. Now I actually haven't sold this card, so I am putting this down as having a negative. So I basically am saying like sold for $0, obviously, because I haven't sold it. So I'm down on that card $58.96, which is a 100% loss on that card. I then got a Groudon from Paradox Rift. This card is insanely expensive in a PSA 10. I don't know why it's so crazy, but I sold this for $340, so I made $261.04, which was a 331% gain. That is like, I think that's probably my high. I know I did a video recently on my top 5 best plays of 2024 so far. This card is definitely probably like the card that I like, the highest margin I've made on a card this year, both by like price, percentage. It's just crazy how much I was able to sell it for. The one I sold last time, which was at the start of the year, I think I sold that for like $250. So to sell this one for $340 it's just insane. It's really sought after. Then we have the Glaceon V-Star from Crown Zenith again. I sold this for $120.65. The profit on that was $61.69, so I did make 105% on that card, which was a really good turnaround. We then have Raycal V from Crown Zenith again. Sold that one for $120 and made $71.04 profit, which was 145%. We then have the Rayquaza VMAX, the TG20 Trainer Gallery. So I sold that for $165 and made $66 on that, and that was a 67% margin on that one, which was really nice. I was also able to get the Pikachu VMAX Trainer Gallery from this same guy. Sold that one for the same price of the Rayquaza, so $165. And I made $86 profit on that one, which was 109%. So there was just a difference in the pricing, which led to more profit on the Pikachu because I paid $50 for that raw, whereas the Rayquaza I paid $70 for. And then I also bought off him a Pikachu VMAX Gold, which is TG29. So I sold that for $60.65. I made $21.69, and that was a 56% margin. So you notice throughout that whole list so far, so that 13 list of cards, everything on there was actually a PSA 10 except for the Umbreon, which I mentioned at the start where I lost money on. So everything else I basically made money on. Obviously the Koraidon I haven't sold it, so I'm like counting that as a loss because I've kept it. But yeah, so far so good. It was a really good bind to buy. I then had a Noivern V Altar. So this one, when I got it, on second thought, I decided to sell it because I had bought another one separately from 6ix9ine Tails. So shout out to 6ix9ine if you watch this. I purchased one off her and it was way more mintier, so I did send that off in a sub. But this one I decided just to resell, so I paid for it raw $40. I ended up selling it for $40 as well. I was just like, I just want to get my money back. So that's I just zeroed that out, so I didn't actually make or lose anything on that card. And then I have a Zeraora VMAX from Crown Zenith. So that card I actually haven't graded yet, but I did spend, as part of the bind to buy, I think I spent $10 on that card. So I've counted that as minus $10, basically like a $10 loss because I haven't done anything with it. So overall, I basically graded 13 cards, got one PSA 8 out of this bind to buy. So I did make $833 overall. So I spent basically $1,369. I made back $2,203, and so that ended up being a profit of $833.56, which was 61%, which was like pretty incredible. I was really happy with that, with how it turned out. Like that was for me like a really good binder purchase of cards. If you do remember the story, I was able to, I think, buy these cards because I was willing to pay market. A lot of people these days are like, oh, buy you out at 60%, 70, 80%. Whereas I was like, hey, like I did remember I gave him some examples in the morning. I said, hey, this is what I'm interested in paying for these cards. Like I'm basically paying market. If you can, let's meet as soon as possible. And so yeah, it ended up happening. I ended up being able to like just pick through his whole thing, and from what I picked through, like I think I did really well to grade. Of all the cards I graded, only one got less than a 10. So I did really well for myself. Obviously the standout there, and that was the Groudon, which sold for $261 profit. Like that was insane. Nothing else was that much extra. Obviously the Umbreon, which I lost $116 on, was unfortunate, but I did just want to turn that over quite quickly. So I basically, I think raw, like I bought it for $250 when things were really hyping up for the Umbreon as well. So it's just a bad time to buy that card raw because I think you can buy them raw now. I sold mine for $161, but you can buy them anywhere from $150 to $180, I'd say. So I basically just low listed mine and got rid of it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was just like cool to do a follow up after so basically June to now, which is September. I've sold through all those cards that I wanted to sell. To follow up and share how I went with all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.